We're glad you're joining us for WSFA 12 News at 10. I'm Monet Stevens. New details emerged following the fatal crash that has claimed the life of Grammy-nominated R&B artist Angie Stone. According to the Alabama law enforcement agency, the Mercedes Sprinter van Stone was riding in had turned over on the roadway before being struck by an 18-wheeler. The crash happened 2 miles south of Hope Hull near mile marker 164. Now, this is just 5 miles south of the Montgomery city limits in Montgomery County. Stone had just performed in the city of Mobile on Friday night at the 2025 Grand Marshals Ball. That's according to Mobile Area Mardi Gras Association. Now, her publicist, Deborah Champagne, told WSFA that the singer was scheduled to meet in Maryland today for a performance at the CIAA basketball tournament. Stone's publicist remembers her as an honest, talented person that left a big impact on the music industry.
Her songwriting skills were second to none, literally. She wrote a lot of songs for the Sugar Hill Gang label that she never got credit for. And she was just an incredible talent. I mean, when I say very smart, she was just a very, very smart woman.
There were 9 total passengers in the van, and Stone has been the only reported fatality. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed released a statement saying, in part, Montgomery joins the music world in mourning the loss of Angie Stone, a trailblazer whose voice and artistry shaped generations.
What's up, folks? Hey, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Okay, it means a lot to me. Thank you to my subscribers. Much love. Salute to y'all. Okay, I really appreciate y'all for everything y'all do. All right. Thank you for just being here. You know what I mean? Welcome to my channel, Kevin K. Go Hard Truth, in association with Zoo Lion Uncut. Today we're going to talk about this tragic, sad story about Angie Stone. Okay, she's no longer with us, and it's very, very sad, very tragic. But when you hear the details of this story, it's very shocking, it's very revealing, to say the least. Okay, so she basically just recently found out that her record label, UMG, Universal Music Group, was stealing her money for like decades, I believe like 20 years. And she had just recently found out about it. Okay, so they were stealing her royalties. They were stealing her, it's her royalties, it's her, she said her mechanicals and her publishing. Okay. And she was saying that, you know, she didn't use the word stealing, because I'm about to show the video. I'm going to show the video in a minute so you can hear this all for yourself, because she basically just revealed everything. Okay. And, you know, it's a real eye-opening thing to look at. All right. So I don't want this story to get wiped under the table, because it's so much knowledge and education in this story that people really need to look at it, because there's so many people that's just their whole life's dream, to be rich, famous, being in the music entertainment industry. Okay, but there's so much evidence that says that basically the entertainment industry is one of the worst places you can be. Okay, but they make it look so good that, you know what I mean, it makes you just want to be in it. But you don't understand that once you're in it, you know what I mean, you're just surrounded by people that want to take advantage of you. They basically want to steal your soul from you. They basically want to turn you into a slave, and it's a very demonic system, and it needs to be looked at. So when we look at this video, you're gonna hear Angie Stone making a lot of references to the devil. because we have to understand that this is a spiritual world we living in, and we're in a spiritual war. Okay, so people don't understand that Satan is real, and he has his systems in play all over the world. These big, huge corporations, people don't understand that this all belongs to him currently, and he's out to steal your soul. Okay, so before we get into this video, I'm gonna tell you this little story I heard. Okay, and it's a story about a man. It's about a man who got to see heaven and he got to see hell. So he went to heaven. We're not gonna make this long. He went to heaven. Boom. And in heaven, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. He saw the gold and the jewels, and it was just gorgeous. Everything that heaven is described to be. Then he was shown hell. He went to hell. So when he went down to hell, boom, he said they was down there. They was partying. Everybody was dressed real nice. It was just like one of the bombest situations you could ever see. Kind of like your celebrities. Okay, it's just jewels and it's people partying and drinking, and they just doing their thing. Okay, so then next thing I know, basically God went to him and said, okay, well, which one do you choose? He was like, yeah, he said, heaven look real good. You know what I mean? It's everything that everybody said it would be. And then he said, I went to hell, and, you know, I like what's going on down there too. So I think I'm going to hell. So he chose to go down to hell. So basically when he went back to hell, okay, basically it was everything that people said hell was. Okay, it was fire and brimstone, and people was getting tortured, and people was screaming, and everything that all the horrors that people say it is, that the Bible says it is, and everything. So then he was like, well, what happened? I guess he went to the devil, and he was like, well, what happened? He said, I was just here like yesterday. And he said, man, people was down here partying, everybody was looking real nice, and this and that and the next. And then the devil went to him and said, oh yeah. He said, yeah, yesterday we was just promoting. You know what I'm saying, to get people down here. All right. So to me, that's a description of the music industry. Basically, everything looks good on the outside, but once you get in there, you find out it's the most horrific, horrible thing you would ever see in your life. So I just wanted to say that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and play this clip. And then after that, I'm gonna get my comments, and we'll go from there.
I've been dealing with a lot the last month, a whole lot. And I'm just here to let you know I am so outdone with things that have been going on in and around me. And because we're at the end of 2024, I kind of just want to shut it down, looking forward to 2025. I want y'all to go like and share, get some people on this live, mainly because I'm about to reveal some stuff that, Lord just told me to talk about today. Going out of this year, going into a new year, I need to bring you guys up to speed with some things that I've kept very personal and to myself. Some things I wanted to share and other things I didn't want to share, but now I'm okay to reveal some things that is probably going to shock some people. It was a lot for me to get on here and do this. I mean, this last month has been trying. First out, I want to shout out all the people in Detroit. I had a show that was supposed to be with Music Soul Child, Marsha Ambrosia. Shout out to Raheem Devon for standing in for me. I had something happen that caused me not to be there, but God just needed to sit me down so I could focus on me. So before I go into just, what I experienced, what I went through, I want to let you guys know I almost didn't make it through this process because it was something that just kind of hit me. It was a day or so before I was scheduled to fly out to Detroit. And I was very excited. All the tickets were bought, the hotels were paid for, the band was ready to go. And then I got hit with this crazy news, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I figured I better share it with you all, and you can pass it on, because just because we're in the industry doesn't mean we're not human. Things happen all the time. And unfortunately, when this happened, I just wasn't prepared for it. But anyway, it caused me to miss that show that I was super, super excited about. Go in and get somebody, come back to the live. Like I said, I don't want to have to say it again. I haven't even told my team that I was going on today. I just threw up my light and just put on a little something just so I could get with you guys. All right, we got some people in the room now. Maybe for some people, they might be happy that it happened to me, because everybody don't wish good things for you. Some people wish bad things for you, and I continue to pray. I will say this. It has been one heck of a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. He was really trying to take me out. And, okay, I'm going to wait till we get those 50, 60. We had 51. Let me see, can I get 70 to 100 people in the room right now before I reveal some very, very interesting information. And it is like a double-edged sword, because I'm going to tell you one thing, and then I'm going to get to the worst thing that could possibly happen to any artist after 45 to 50 years in the business. The worst thing that could happen. It has, of course, happened to me, and I'm constantly in prayer for God to forgive the people that have wished me ill will, or, done anything to remotely get in the way of the gift of sharing with my fans. Oh, by the way, the Christmas song, All I'm Missing, is #1 in several countries. We put it out on the 15th of November. On the 14th of November, the devil tried to stop that. It was snatched down, then it was put back up. He tried to, of course, blame it on me, but it wasn't my fault. However, the song prevailed after everybody bailed. The song went all the way to #1 and is steadily climbing the chart. I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out, I had what was a bacterial blood infection that I had gotten when they stuck me with the needle. It had went into my bloodstream and caused a staph infection of the blood. Now, I didn't have a clue that there was a blood infection until they rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out in the restroom. My oxygen went all the way down and rendered me basically unconscious. When I came back to, the nurses began to tell me that I was screaming for Jesus, because when I went down, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I didn't know what was happening. All I know is it was all of a sudden. And I began to praise God and call on his name because I knew biblically that if I was transitioning, I needed to be calling on Jesus. And I need to be calling him by his name. So I began to scream his name. When they brought me to is when they told me I was lucky to be alive because I was on the floor. And sorry. I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me. However, I was treated and God healed me. He cleared up. After 2 weeks, solid, they cleared up the blood infection. I'm just here to let you know the only reason I hadn't been on my live and just getting with y'all on this because I had to get postured with God one-on-one. Sometimes God will make you stand still when you're doing the most you can for everyone. He will stand you still so that your complete focus can be on him. God he knew that I was about to come into some things. And as I began to come back to myself completely, I remembered everything that I was working on. I remember the people that were in my immediate circle that were supposed to be there to help me. By the time it was all said and done, the Christmas song had been snatched down for what reason. I wasn't in a position to really fight that. I had to fight to live. So I couldn't worry about that because I knew that it would take care of itself, but not without the devil trying to blame me for the mishap. Lo and behold, I won't call any names, but people quit on me because they thought it was me. Like I said, I can't call any names because I'm not that vicious. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I really don't want it to be their downfall. But I will tell you, people left me in that dark, dark moment when I really needed support. My kids were there for me. My true friends were there for me because they knew this is serious. They thought that blood infection would have damaged my heart, so I went into a lot of testing to make sure there was not heart scarring. Lo and behold, all of that came out fine. I was not scarred by the heart, thank God. But the staph infection was supposed to scar the heart and the lungs, and it cleared up, thank God. So I just wanted to be transparent with you all because I don't always have it all the way together. But I'm a hard worker. You know, I play hardball, but I love twice as hard. And because I do love my fans, and especially shout out to Raheem Devon, who got on the stage in Detroit that night in my place, and he had the entire audience say, "Get well soon." He called me, "Sis, what's going on?" And when he found out, he said, "I got you." So I owe you one, bruh. I owe you one. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, as I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature. only to find out a lot, excuse me, guys, a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. You know, that's why, you know, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research. Angie Stone, the celebrity, that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. That part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they're in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of. And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me. And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem? Or my problem? Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get. I'll tell them on my live, please. Okay. Give it to me. Give me your phone. I'm sorry. So, just to be clear, I can't say it over live. Give me your phone. I just want everybody, come on, Journey, I'm on the line. My granddaughter trying to help me, and she's slow as Christmas. Your thing went off. Anyway, go get from Shayna. Yeah. So with that being said, shout out to Van Silk. I know you didn't know this was coming, but I had to be transparent. I would try to take as many questions as I can. Let me see. The music industry is horrible when they tell you that, it's not a straight line, I've been one to kind of play fair. I stay out of harm's way. I can't avoid trouble always, because I'll tell you this, no matter who we hook up with and how we hook up, they're always going to make it confrontational when it doesn't suit their liking. But I don't care about that. I got to pass all of that. But everybody that works hard for 50 years should be able to retire in peace, should be able to sit back without looking for your money. So I got a team of people, a diesel crew, that's really trying to help me navigate things. And if I never get it, at least you heard it from me, because I don't know what they might do to keep from paying me all the money they owe me. Okay? All the money they owe me is ridiculous that someone has played with my life and my career for this long, for their own benefit. I mean, have you no conscience? There's a special place in hell, just like my girl Selena said, for people like that. There's a brick wall waiting out there for hard heads. And I promise you, God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So even in this hour, I'm going to pray for you, because I know that God said that he will fight my battles if I would just endure to the end. So I'm definitely going to get that. And I don't want nobody to be upset with me. I don't care what they think about me. I just want people to know that when you get in this industry, there are so many twists and turns. And even though you have the Almighty God with you, they still gonna try you. Because just because I believe in God don't mean they believe in God. They don't believe in God. So they think I'm a fool and a bunch of other people because we love hard, we give hard, we go, but it don't mean we stupid. Okay? Well, on that note, look, guys, I'm going to take a break. I just wanted to share with you guys. If you got any questions, let me see. Are you open to working with new producers? Absolutely. I got a project I'm working on right now. And I'm just in a good way, because with having a #1 single. Oh, Lord, did I do something?
Oh, you flipped it right now.
Take it back. With having a new single that's climbing up the charts at #1 territorial-wise, I really think I'm back. And now they're going to make me go in like a turbo boost. I'm a beast. The next album, you ain't going to be able to handle it, because now that I have my capacity to breathe and do everything, I'm going in the studio with a vengeance. And I can surely tell you, we've already got the title of the album worked out, and I'm going to try to have it done by the end of January, if not before. But it's going to be a beast. I'm going to, I had to remember how dope I was back in the day when we did Black Diamond, when we did Mahogany. So I'm going back to that Angie, because that was the one that told it like it was. And so now I see I'm postured in a position where I got to tell it like it is. And that's why I'm telling on Universal. And all the people that y'all work with me, y'all know who you are. You've been spotted. You've been seen. Your worth is useless to me now, because I've seen the data. That's all I'm going to say. And I hope to God you enjoyed spending every dime you took, because you're going to give it back one of these days. All right, on that note, here's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now, when I get back on here later on today, all I'm doing is allowing you guys to know that the products that I told you we would have for Thanksgiving, we're ready to roll out. So we can actually start sending packages out. I'm going to start bringing some of the merch to my live shows where you can purchase, take a picture with me, that kind of stuff. But now I'm finna go all the way in. All right? So on that note, thank you so much for listening to my testimony and keeping me lifted. I am still here. The devil did not take my life, and God spared me and gave me the extra time I needed to get y'all straight. All right, look for some new horizons for Angie Stone. I'll tell you this one thing. I'm doing some stuff with my brother Montel Jordan that you're going to love. Can't give the secret away right now, but it's coming. There's a lot of things happening. There's a big movie on the table that because of that blood infection now, I know that I can pull it off because God has taken that away from me. So I'm just telling you guys that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we can't be somewhere because that's God's strategy. Shout out to Jamie Foxx for his new live comedy. Oh my God. And what was it? And what it was, how it was, what had happened was, and that's my story. He and I were born a day apart. So just like Jamie Foxx, I'm here to tell you what had happened was. Okay? Shout out to Jamie and his family for just standing in the gap for him. I'm not the only one, and neither is he. Y'all be blessed. Until the next session, peace and blessings.
Yo, that's a wild situation right there. Okay. Very sad, very sad. Okay, so she had just realized that she had just found out that UMG was stealing her money. Okay, for like decades. And they were stealing her publishing. They were stealing her, what was it? It was the publishing, it was the royalties, the mechanicals. They had been stealing her money for a long time, and she had just recently found out. So you see in that clip, she had exposed the industry. She had exposed them, and she basically was like, okay, she was ready to stand up to him. And that's very commendable that she was ready to, you know what I'm saying, that she was going to stand up to him. Okay, she had put a team together. She had put a team together that was supposed to help her get her money back. And she basically let the industry know that they was going to have to pay up. Okay, but as you know, shortly after she exposed all this information, she allegedly died in an auto accident with a van with 9 people, including her. She was the only one to die, and 18-wheeler. Okay, that don't sound strange to you? Okay, she's in a van with 9 people that was hit by 18-wheeler, and she was the only one to die. Very suspicious, people. Then prior to that, she had went to the hospital, she had went to the hospital, and then they shot her. They gave her a shot where she says that that shot gave her a blood infection. Okay, that was supposed to progress to a staph infection that was supposed to give her heart problems. It was supposed to give her heart problems. Okay, which would have resulted in her death as well. So this is a very telling and revealing situation. Okay, and people really need to look at this. Okay, because she admitted it herself. She was naive and she was green to the business aspects of the industry. Okay. So when I'm listening to her talk, I'm listening to her and you could tell like she trusted the people. She trusted the people that was supposed to take care of her financial situations, which isn't a wise decision. Okay, it's not a wise decision to be trusting in this world, period. But especially when you're dealing with the music industry, the entertainment industry, I'm asking the question like, well, why didn't she a long time ago look into her finances to make sure everything was being done correctly? But like I said, she was green to the situation and they took advantage of her. Okay, so this is a lesson for people that want to be in the industry. Okay, because Dave Chappelle, because like I said, she signed with the label and the labels gave her the lawyers and everybody that she had on her team most likely was given to her by the label. Okay, so with that being said, the label is giving you their people. Okay, so basically you're being put into a system to where they're all on the same side working to take advantage of you. Okay, and Dave Chappelle mentioned this in one of his comedy skits where he was talking about a game of 6-card Monty that he played. Okay, where basically the guy that he was playing against and all the people that was so-called in the game playing the game, they were all working together, working to take advantage of him, which was the same exact concept that happened to Angie Stone. Okay, now my question is, like I said, okay, on a deeper note, did Angie Stone sell her soul at some point in her career? Okay, in my opinion, I would say yes. Anybody that's been in the industry a long time, okay, you've sold your soul to Satan, and it pretty much is what it is. Okay, because people don't understand that that's his game, that's his business, that's his industry. Okay, so when you're watching, like with the P. Diddy scandals, the Epstein scandal is just on a larger scale. It's revealing that the whole system, is evil. Okay, the whole system is evil, it's corrupt, and the person that is in control of all of it is Satan. Okay, so it's real. It's very real. The devil is in the details. So this is revealing the facts that this is a spiritual situation between good and evil, the Most High and the devil, aka Satan. This is real. Okay, so I've listened to Angie Stone. When you heard her in that clip, she was giving all these shout outs to her sorority and all these different sororities. Okay, people don't understand that that's an introduction into his world, into Satan's world. Okay, when you're dealing with sorority, fraternity, fraternal situations, that's your introduction into the devil's world, and it's pretty much time to just keep it real. Okay, keep it real, because that's what it is. All right. So back in the day, I used to work at this restaurant, and these college students used to come in and they would drink and they would get to doing their little steps. They would get to doing their steps and doing their little snake hand signs, and they was like in some type of, they would put themselves in some type of trance, and it was a group of dudes. It was a group of dudes, but you know what I'm saying? And it was looking real feminine. It was looking real feminine, looking real gay, looking real weird. Okay, it was looking real weird. But yeah, they used to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I always used to look at it like, what is going on? Okay, what's up with this? Did they come to a restaurant to do their little steps and get zoned out? I was totally confused by witnessing this. But anyway, that's basically what happens. Okay, you in these sororities, you in these Greek letter organizations. Okay, yeah, that's what happened. So I heard her making references to that, and you know, Christmas and all this and that. Okay, now like I said, people that's done elevated to higher levels. Okay, they understand that all these holidays and whatever, all these holidays are pagan practices. Okay, so when people be saying these things to people with higher knowledge, okay, the people with higher knowledge is going to understand that these people are still, they're still vibrating on a lower level, so to speak. No offense to nobody that's still involved, but we got to keep it real over here, people. Okay, so it's very telling when you're making those references. It's easy to see that, you know what I mean, you're still kind of like in the matrix. All right, so Angie Stone selling her soul, yeah, okay. Her baby father is what, I don't know how you say that, but D'Angelo. Okay, so you've been in the game for a while. You've been rubbing shoulders with the elites or high level celebrities. Yeah, you pretty much sold your soul to be there. Okay, so it is what it is. So it's very sad. I heard somebody say that Angie Stone possibly could have been dead before the crash, before the accident, which would make sense. Which would make sense for her being in a passenger van of 9 total people, and she was the only one. She was the only one to lose her life. It's very suspicious. Very suspicious. But as you can see, she was going against the industry. She had exposed vital information that exposed how they do business. People in the past have talked about how the industry basically will make their artists sign life insurance policies. They're trying to get all the money they can while they can. Okay. Even after you pass, they still want to get money off of you. So you have to understand that this is a very evil industry. People shouldn't even really, smart people shouldn't want to be a part of that industry. Okay. Because if you're going in that industry, you're going to get fucked.
Oh
Okay.
my
If you
God.
make a deal with the devil, all right, excuse my language, he's going to fuck you. Okay. And sometimes that's literal. Okay. Because they basically want your butthole. You know what I'm saying? For dudes, they basically want your butthole. So, you know, to think they not gonna get you some kind of way is stupid. All right. So instead of people wanting to be in it so bad, all this information that's being revealed, you really should not want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that they make it look so good. Okay, they make it look so good that you just want to be in it. But the reality is, it's a trap. Okay, it's a trap. And you should be running away from it as opposed to trying so hard to be involved. Okay. And that's on all levels, you know what I'm saying? And a large aspect of selling your soul basically is you're agreeing to basically mislead the world. You're agreeing to that. Okay, to lead people away from the Most High. as well as compromising yourself in the process, etc., etc. So these are the choices that people make. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do. Instead of people running to the industry, okay, you really need to be running to the Most High. Okay, you really need to be running to the Most High. Yeah. Okay, because that's the only way out. That's the only way out of this situation. Okay, and nothing good comes out of selling your soul, signing these contracts to the industry, etc., etc. Okay, nothing good comes out of it. I don't care how good it looks. I gave you that story in the beginning of this video, this joke. Okay, they make hell and that lifestyle look real good, but once they get you in, then they show you what it's really about. Okay, and I got, like I said, this rabbit hole right here as far as the industry. Okay, the reason that artists get unalived is because they don't want you to know what's really going on. Okay, so you you're dealing in an industry that's full of weirdos and losers with money. And people have to understand this concept. Just because you got money and this and that, it don't make you happy. It doesn't make you a real individual. It doesn't make you nothing. Okay, you can just be a loser with money, a weirdo with money. So they're covering up a whole bunch of pedo activity, a bunch of, what is it, pedo. It's no limits to what they're into. Okay, is animals are involved. You know what I mean? They're doing things to animals sexually. It's very weird situation. Human trafficking is a huge issue. So this is basically what you're signing up for when you're getting involved. So it is what it is. But we need to keep this story flowing so that people can get educated on what's really going on. What's really going on in this world, in this system, in the industry as a whole. Okay? Because this story with Angie Stone, it really says a lot. It really reveals a lot. And it really needs to be looked at. All right. So look, what do you think? What do you think about this situation? Okay. What's your opinions? Let me know. Just let me know. I'm gonna put some videos, some related videos down in the comment. Down in the description. So anyway, I really thank you for being here. This ain't no long video. So I really thank you. I really appreciate you. Go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, and go ahead and comment below so we can discuss this whole situation. All right. And look, y'all, make sure y'all have a great and awesome day. All right. Keep your vibes up. Stay positive. Choose to be happy and get away from hating, negative, bitch ass niggas, and everything will be okie dokie. All right. So that's it, folks. I'm out.